Morning and welcome to our CUSD STEAM webinar. I'm Ryan Burris, Chief Communications Officer for the Capistrano Unified School District, and I'll be moderating today's panel discussion. We're coming to you this morning in a live stream panel discussion with the Q&A format. So I have an incredible group of people around me this morning who will be giving us information on all of the innovative programs we have in the district, and you will hear from all of them. Today's panel will address our district's innovative STEAM programs inside and outside the classroom, our community partnerships, next generation science standards, and our career technical education pathways and upcoming innovation showcase. The webinar will be recorded, so for those who cannot make it live this morning, it will be available on our website later this week. Our panel discussion is entitled CUSD STEAM and Career Technical Education Programs. In a couple of weeks, we will host our third annual Innovation Showcase events. The first one's on January 27th at Capistrano Valley High School, and our second one's on February 10th at San Clemente High School. Both showcases are open houses and will be held from 6 to 8 p.m. You can come anytime during those 2 hours, and I would recommend, because a lot of times when it first opens, it's very busy, that you come sometime between 6:30 and 7. You will have plenty of time within that time to see everything we have showcased there. The showcases offer the opportunity for all of us to come together as a community to see how the school district is delivering innovative learning to encourage students to develop 21st century skills in science, technology, engineering, art, and math. We have so many activities planned for this year, including breakout sessions, Elementary Maker Challenge Prototype Showcase, an award-winning Team 5199 robot dolphin demonstrations, elementary, middle, and high school exhibits, Sphero demonstrations, hands-on activities provided by our community partners, Discovery Cube, Orange County Child Creativity Lab, Inside the Outdoors Foundation, and Crystal Cove Conservancy. You're invited to go to our website at capousd.org to access additional information on the topics that we'll be discussing today. And please submit questions through the chat feature in our webinar, and we will try to get to as many of those as we can towards the end of today's webinar. So now I want to introduce our panelists. Today we have Dr. Susan Holliday, Associate Superintendent of Education Services, Patty Romo, Executive Director, Career Technical Education, Elisa Slee, Curriculum Specialist, Elementary Science, and Stephanie Avera, Director of Educational Technology. So I will pass it over to Susan to give us a brief introduction.
All right, thank you, Ryan, and welcome. Oh. All right, start again. Thank you, Ryan. So give me a thumbs up, or can you hear me out there? And thanks for joining us. Thank you. Welcome to all our participants, and Happy New Year to you. I'd like to thank those of you who have provided us questions in advance, and we hope that this webinar provides you those answers, and look forward to your questions in the chat. I'm going to provide you a little context to our day. We are excited about the innovative programs CUSD offers for our elementary and our secondary students. We have FullDay Kindergarten at every single elementary school, which provides our kindergarten students access to STEAM learning through our new science curriculum. STEM curriculum begins in preschool and continues through high school and beyond. In addition to our technology labs, students have access to Chromebooks, 3D printers, robotics programs, hands-on and cumulative projects, coding, and virtual reality systems. Through our STEAM programs, we are committed to building a next generation of critical thinkers and innovators by creating an environment where our students can build, explore, and problem solve. All 36 elementary schools have innovation labs made possible through our wonderful partnerships with Discovery Education, Child and Creativity Lab. CUSD is the first district to partner with the Child Creativity Lab for upcycled classroom materials for our labs and for our projects. Many of you may be wondering what upcycled means. Upcycling is the practice of creating usable product from unwanted materials. One person's trash is another one's treasure. Is that the saying? It could be used for creating jewelry, or older computer parts could be used or a bench for wooden pallets. Through our partnership with Inside the Outdoors and Crystal Cove Conservancy, hands-on activities help to cultivate young environmentalists. For our students, STEM isn't just in the classroom. We offer outside experiences through our partners, and many of our elementary schools have outdoor gardens and host family STEM nights. Our students have access to Spanish and Mandarin language immersion programs and our award-winning visual and performing arts programs. It was an honor last year to receive the 2019 Best Communities for Music Education designation by the NAM Foundation. We are also excited about programs CUSD offers in our middle and high schools. So I shared a lot about what happens in our elementary, but it doesn't stop there. We are thrilled with over 17,000 students that are enrolled in our high school and our middle school career technical education, or what we call our CTE pathway programs. In 2018-19 school year, we enabled our students to participate in hands-on classes and labs. Our district offers 28 college and career pathways with over 500 partnerships. This year, we have expanded our pathways to include legal practices, engineering, aviation, and more. Each of our high schools offers academies that provide exposure and hands-on experiences through community partnerships and higher education institutes. Some of our academies include Health and Medical Occupations, South Orange County School of the Arts, Monarch Beach Resort Hotel Management and Culinary Arts, STEM, Automotive Technology, and Biotechnology, just to name a few. Each of our middle schools has a CTE investigation lab for career exploration and hands-on learning. In addition, groundbreaking for our new STEM buildings at Elisa Nilgau High School and Newhart Middle School will happen this spring. Keith Hancock, Tesoro High School music teacher, was the recipient of the 2017 Music Educator Award presented by the Recording Academy and the Grammy Foundation. In order for all of our students to grow academically, behaviorally, and emotionally, our award-winning multi-tiered system of supports provide a framework for continuous school improvement. Thank you, Ryan.
Thank you, Susan. Two things mentioned at the end there. One is incredible Keith Hancock at Tesoro High School. Today you see a lot of the leadership in the district who is here to help develop and to roll out all of these programs. But we have incredible teachers in our schools who are teaching right this minute, credentialed, incredible, extraordinary, dedicated teachers who do all of this work each and every day. And so we want to make sure that you don't forget them. Like you see our faces and we can talk about this great work, but it wouldn't happen without them. The other great thing that was mentioned was the multi-tiered systems of support, which is not only incredible for our kids, but a huge investment that the board made, hiring counselors for every school site in the district. And we were one of the first in California at the time to have counselors at every school site. So it's a great investment that is meant to support kids emotionally, especially when they're younger, which in turn means that investment will help them academically as they grow through the Capistrano Unified School District towards graduation and towards high school. So thank you, Susan, for that overview. I'd like to kick us off today with a discussion of the benefits of the preschool programs and full-day kindergarten for STEM learning, our innovative Capo Forward schools, and our commitment to innovation and technology in the classroom. So I'm going to again turn it over to Susan for an update on those programs.
Thank you, Ryan. So in Capistrano Unified, of our 36 schools, 28 of our schools provide preschool, TK, and all 36 schools provide all-day kindergarten. So we have quite an amazing opportunity for our little children, our small ones, and how we can serve and support them so they're successful when they enter into elementary school. But what's most exciting this past year is we launched at every single elementary school all-day kindergarten. Full-day kindergarten provides students with more time to learn the concepts, the skills students need for future success. Kindergarten standards are very rigorous, much more rigorous than they were even 20 years ago. So this time for us is really, really important. The longer days allow for more time to attend to individual needs of our students as well through intervention. It provides a more solid educational foundation, specifically in literacy and numeracy. And it's so important that we have this extra time with them. Our teachers were cautious a little early on, but now they're reporting how valuable this time has been for them to teach and really connect with every single child. They don't feel rushed, and they can go deeper into topics to take the time they want to teach. There's also more time for that developmental play that's also so important to a child's learning. These are often things that could be set aside when you don't have a full day program. So we're thrilled that they have this intentional time built into their day. Families also have expressed that they appreciate the full day program, so they don't have multiple pickups and drop-offs during the day. They can come to school and arrive at the same time of their other students and dismiss at the same time with their older siblings. And then we also saw an increase of over 86 students this year that have come into our all-day kindergarten program more than in previous years. So this is wonderful for the district and for our students. The district has invested significantly in these resources to ensure that each classroom had what they needed to launch the year. We gave them new classroom materials, new manipulatives, or other resources the teachers felt they needed to be able to provide what they needed to provide to their students. From all the indications from the launch of the full day kindergarten, we feel it went really, really well this year. We've heard nothing but positive feedback from our parents and students as well. Thank you, Ryan.
Thank you, Susan. Now I'd like to ask the STEM team to elaborate on Capistrano Unified's innovative STEM programs and STEM learning, both inside and outside of the classroom.
Okay, hi everyone, this is Elisa. Let me know in the chat window if you can't hear me. Our programs in CUSD are based upon curriculum standards, highly trained professionals, and strong adopted curriculum. So we like to say that math, or science and math, are the bookends of our STEM programs. And we have very strong programs in both science and math. We have recently adopted science curriculum in both elementary and middle school. And that curriculum provides hands-on inquiry-based opportunities for students to actually get on the STEM pathway by investigating directly with materials. We have a strong math program with math expressions, and we have teachers who have gone above and beyond to be trained in cognitively guided instruction. So these foundational programs provide a great opportunity for our scholars to get on the pathway to STEM. All of our programs actually have technology integrated within in terms of simulations or the opportunity to do Google documents that demonstrate their learning and understanding, and this helps them master the digital literacy standards while they're engaging with the curriculum.
Hi everyone, Stephanie Aver with, I'm the Director of Educational Technology. Technology is used to record thinking and sense making, such as our green screen technology that is now present at all of our elementary schools. We also, the innovation labs that are now present at all of our elementary schools are the perfect venue to develop our 4 competencies of critical thinking, communication, collaboration, and creativity. As our students leave their elementary school, they will have developed the mindset and collaboration skills that will prepare them for further STEM experiences in secondary. And I'll pass it on to Patty Romo to talk about secondary experiences.
Thank you, Stephanie. As Susan mentioned earlier, we have CTE investigation labs at each of our middle schools, and each one covers 16 to 18 topics, such as engineering using SolidWorks software. They have a CNC mill module where students learn to program and prototype using wax to cut. And they build a trebuchet, which is a tower or a catapult to fling things. They learn to program and operate a robotic arm. There's a flight simulator where they learn a little bit about commercial piloting. They make videos and they program the audio for the videos. And there's many other career-based modules. The newest module that's coming this spring will be that they will build and operate drones in their video production. So that's exciting. And all of these modules lead to full courses in the high school so that they can explore and then follow their career paths through college or technical school.
Well, thank you, everyone. This again to the STEM team. I understand CUSD has established STEM community partnerships. Could you further discuss each partnership and what programs and experiences they provide for Capistrano Unified students?
Hi, it's Elisa again, and I'd like to tell you about a wonderful partnership we have with Crystal Cove Alliance. So many of you might have been to Crystal Cove State Park with your families. Back in 2013, Crystal Cove contacted us about co-developing some curriculum that would provide the opportunity for students to get outside in nature and participate in a real project-based activity connected to real-world skills. And so they started with Project Crystal for 5th grade schools, and this first started in 2017 after a lot of planning. And we have several 5th grade students who actually go out to the Crystal Cove and help in the restoration of the hillsides there. We're happy that this year we've expanded now to 7th grade, and the 7th grade students will engage in Project Crystal Code, where they will actually learn to code the moisture meters that the 5th grade students use. And then we continue this pathway partnership because we have high school students who are involved in the coastal engineering program at Crystal Cove and the marine science excursion. So it's a wonderful opportunity for students to engage in a partnership long-term as they proceed along their STEM journey.
And I want to talk about our relationship or our partnership with Child Creativity Lab. This is a new partnership for us starting this year. Child Creativity Lab is a nonprofit organization based in Santa Ana. And we are lucky to be the first district to partner with them. They provide all the upcycled materials that we need in our innovation labs for all of our elementary schools. And so the students can engineer and build whatever they want with the upcycled materials. And they also have offered professional development for our teachers in those schools as well. In fact, we have a group of 65 elementary teachers, I call them our Capo Innovators, who have participated in over 20 hours of professional development in this last year, starting in the summer, learning how to incorporate STEAM experiences across the curriculum. This group of individuals, not only they're the hardworking teachers, but they are responsible for making sure the innovation lab at their site is current and follows district guidelines. And they also share what they have learned with all the other teachers at their site. So it has been a wonderful experience working with them. And I'm going to have Patty add some more.
Well, in middle school and high school, our business and industry partners provide field trips, they serve as guest speakers, they provide advice on curriculum so that we can stay current in what we're offering. And in high school, we have thousands of students who complete an internship as a component of their career technical education courses. Students intern in medical facilities like Kaiser Permanente Hospital in San Canyon, and multiple medical offices, dental offices, and surgical centers. We also have internships in hospitality and tourism at sites like Monarch Beach Resort and Laguna Cliffs. And our sports medicine students intern in physical therapy offices at Saddleback College during sporting events. There are many, many others. We have over 500 business and industry partners in the region.
Thank you, Patty, Stephanie, and Elisa. Patty, Capistrano Unified has continued to expand on our college and career pathways and career technical education that prepare students for both college and careers with technical, academic, and employable skills for success. Could you please discuss the industry sectors, pathways, and some of our business and industry partnerships?
I'm happy to. The California Department of Education has identified 15 industry sectors, and all careers fit under those sectors. In addition, careers have been categorized into 58 different pathways. Every career that exists fits in one of those pathways. And so at CUSD, we have designed 17 to 20 pathways at each high school campus for students to choose from. And in addition, we've purposely offered a specialty or a standout pathway at each campus because some of those labs are very expensive and we can't build them at every high school. But if students aren't able to take those programs on their own campus, we have over 30 after-school classes so that they can go to those specialized classes after school. For example, Capistrano Valley High School has a state-of-the-art engineering lab with 3D printers, laser engravers, huge Haas machines that are lathes and mills, and they provide a 4-year pathway in engineering and after-school classes in robotics. CUSD has an award-winning robotics team that allows students to compete with other robotics teams across the country and the world. Team 5199 has won multiple times in local, state, national, and world competitions. At Aliso Niguel High School, there's a showcase program in forensic science that partners with the Sheriff's Department using industry standard equipment in the lab. At Dana Hills, it's the HMO, the Health and Medical Occupations Academy, where students stay in a cohort through the years, applying that academic knowledge and career skills in the medical field. They actually take a bus twice a week during their junior year to Kaiser Permanente to intern during the Bell schedule. Students always go into this program wanting to become a pediatrician because that's the only doctor they know. But they come out wanting to be pathologists, oncologists, lab technicians, and surgical technicians. This is a one-of-a-kind program. There's also a biotech program where students can earn a college certificate from Irvine Valley College upon completion and graduation from high school with a certificate and 18 units of college credit. The Monarch Beach Resort also provides an internship for students in the culinary arts and hospitality courses. In addition, every department head at Monarch Beach Resort serves as a guest speaker, and the resort provides a classroom at the site. It's a great partnership. San Juan Hills has the Building and Industrial Trades Academy, where students will learn to build tiny homes from the ground up while studying and learning building codes and legal requirements used in industry. There's also a virtual enterprise course at San Juan that allows students to create and build a business, including interviewing for the position they want. And they sell and market a virtual product. They have a website that takes orders. They develop a business plan, everything required in a business. Think Shark Tank on steroids. Then they compete against other schools at trade conferences where they build a show booth and present their product. You can attend and spend your virtual money on their products, and the team with the most sales wins. At San Clemente, they have a California Partnership Academy in auto technology. Students intern at the San Clemente auto dealerships during the summer and continue their training in Saddleback College. Jobs in this field can pay upward of $100,000 a year. San Clemente also has state-of-the-art culinary lab and a new engineering fabrication lab. They also have animation, game design, and computer science labs that are all updated with some really cool equipment. Tesoro High School has a teacher training program where students intern at Essencia Middle School and Las Flores Middle School, teaching subjects like math and science. And Tesoro is where you'll find aviation courses complete with flight simulators and training that results in licensed pilots. And at Sarah High School, we have a CTE lab, culinary arts lab, and a crime scene investigation lab so that students also have options in their careers there. In addition, all students from the entire region have access to approximately 30 after-school CTE courses in our specialized labs.
Thank you so much, Patty. There is so much to cover in the college and career area that we could probably do a 3-day course for parents and we'd still need time. So the one thing that I would tell you is that there is a great website that parents can go to. It's ccadvantage.org. And that will give you the catalog and all of the highlights of the college and career program, as well as the pathways for each high school. So the catalog, you can find the link for it. It comes up as a PDF. It will give you the pathways for each high school so that you can take a look at those. Also, if you visit the innovation showcases that I mentioned before at Capo Valley High School on January 27th or at San Antonio High School in February, you can see some of those classrooms actually with students and teachers. They will give you an overview of the classrooms and sometimes even demonstrate those classrooms for you. So it's a great opportunity for parents to see what's available, but then also for students to see what their future classrooms look like. Follow-up question, Patty. Could you also explain the differences between STEM and CTE? And how do these programs and pathways impact student GPA and college credit?
Yes, CTE and STEAM definitely intersect. Academic knowledge like math and science are used in almost every career. Courses like automotive and pharmacy tech, accounting and engineering use math knowledge in their projects and problem solving. CTE is the application of all those years of academic courses. The why do I have to learn this relevancy. The goal of STEAM learning is to bring science, technology, engineering, arts, and math lessons and skills into every classroom. The STEAM process of research, investigation, exploration, critical thinking, and innovative problem solving can be used in every career. Whereas in CTE, students are using those skills for a specific career, like dental assisting or surgical tech, robotics, auto mechanics, etc. So in CTE, it's very career focused. In STEM lessons, it can be more academic focused or creative projects related to STEM in the world or the universe. Both types of education are very hands-on. Students learn better when they are actually applying their knowledge and they see the relevance of it. So lots of project-based learning goes on in STEM. CTE also adds that work-based learning component with classrooms and labs that emulate the workplace. They look like an office or a lab. The dental assisting lab even smells like a dentist's office. The fire science lab smells like the rubber hoses that they use on the fire truck. You're as close as you can get to being in the real workplace. And surgical tech looks and smells like an operating room in a hospital. We have designed our CTE programs with added value, keeping students in mind. So approximately 80 of our courses are articulated with local community colleges so that students can earn college credit on a college transcript in addition to the high school credit they're earning. Approximately 20 of the CTE courses are honors weighted through UC, earning students a GPA bump just like they would get in an AP course. And approximately 60 of the courses meet the UC A3G entrance requirements. So in addition to learning career skills, students are preparing for college and whatever lies beyond.
While we're discussing Capistrano Unified Specialized Programs, I'm reminded that this is also the first year that the board began fully funding transitional kindergarten through grade 5 primary music. Susan, could you also discuss our visual and performing arts programs and our 2019-20 expansion of primary music to every school and to every child from TK through grade 3?
Thank you, Ryan. And much like CTE and all the opportunities that CCA has to offer, and I'm glad that website link is up there because you're going to dive in and learn such great information about what we offer in a partnership with CCA. We could spend as much time on VAPA and visual and performing arts in Capistrano too, but today I'm just going to primarily focus on the investment our Board of Trustees has made in providing primary music to every single student in Capistrano Unified. And this is very unique to Capo. Not every district, very few actually, have the opportunity to provide primary music to students. And so we're really thrilled and excited that we have this opportunity. We introduced it to all of our schools. In the past, it was may have been at some sites and not others, but now it's at every single school, TK, transitional kindergarten, through third grade. We have highly qualified group of primary music teachers who instruct students once a week for 30 minutes for 2 of the 3 trimesters at each of our elementary school campuses. In primary music, students will learn to build skills in processing and understanding music, both visually and orally, create music by exploring classroom instruments and developing the singing voice. They gain an awareness of the role of music in our daily lives and make connections between music and other disciplines, while learning to sing, play, and read music from a variety of styles and cultures. Additionally, students will participate in activities that augment the development of teamwork, self-confidence, and creative thinking. Most of all, we hope our primary students will have a great first experience in music and develop a lifelong interest and appreciation for music. Thank you, Ryan.
Thank you, Susan. I'm also reminded that our elementary and secondary students have the opportunity to audition for our honors ensembles, and the honors concerts will actually be performing at Segerstrom Concert Hall. That's our secondary honors concert on February 13th. And our primary honors concert, April 25th at Coast Hills Church. And tickets for the Segerstrom event are online at the Segerstrom Center for the Arts right now. So you can purchase tickets to actually see our middle and high school students perform in an incredible venue, the Segerstrom Concert Hall, on February 13th. And then Coast Hills Church tickets will be on sale later this spring. So to our STEM team, could you please discuss the upcoming innovation showcases events on January 27th and February 10th, and what attendees can expect to see? I understand our community partners are participating and that there will be informative breakout sessions.
Hi everyone, Lisa again. I'm really excited about both of our showcases this year because we have 2 key elements that I think your families will enjoy. First of all, we're going to have our first ever CUSD Maker Showcase. And we have students and teachers all across the district that are right now inventing items to be displayed with prototypes at the showcase. So this is a wonderful opportunity where we get children who are creative or artistic, those that are engineering minded, those that want to solve problems. The only prompt is to solve a problem. So we hope that you'll take the time to come to the showcase and stroll along the tables and see what kind of inventions might change your future. We also have 4 of our community partners that will be in attendance, and each of them is providing hands-on opportunities for your students and for the range of students. So we have the Child Creativity Lab. They're going to bring some robots, and families will be able to work with their students to build a robot. They also have some goodie STEM challenges, goodie bags to take home. We have the Discovery Cube, and they have different challenges that they're bringing. They're going to do a penny boat challenge, a pier crashing challenge, and the tallest tower challenge. And then we have Inside the Outdoors, which is always a hit because they bring animals and artifacts for students to experience. And then finally, our Crystal Cove partnership will be bringing a plant morphology exercise, which sounds complicated, but really families will be able to look at the different characteristics of the plants and vote for which plants they might like to see planted in particular areas of Crystal Cove State Park. So let's see, next we're back to Patty.
Oops. There we go. Okay, sorry, I'm having some tech challenges. CTE will be bringing our award-winning robot for the robotics team. We also plan to have displays from each of our courses, like aviation. We'll be bringing the flight simulator that students can try. The auto lab will be open for people to check it out. The culinary lab will be open, and the students are going to be preparing some goodies. We'll have a presentation, a CTE presentation, where our experts will tell people all about the programs across the region. And then we also have a panel of experts that will be answering questions about career paths and how to get that dream job that your students want so much. So it'll be fun and exciting. Please come by and visit our displays.
Thank you, Patty, and the STEM panel. Let's finish the panel discussion with an open question to panel members. If you had one message to deliver to families regarding our innovative programs and commitment to STEAM learning, what would you say? Who'd like to go first? Patty?
I'll go first.
Okay.
I would say that we've designed these programs to help students plan their career throughout college and beyond, so that our high school students are ready the day after they graduate. They know what their plan is. They know what they're going to do next. So my recommendation would be take advantage of these opportunities while you're in K through 12, so that you can try things out, know what you want to do, and then have that plan ready after graduation.
And I would say that anyone in the audience, you have so many professional skills and talents that you could share with your scholars and your schools. So I would encourage everybody to be involved, because STEAM is so important in terms of preparing our children for the workforce, but it starts at the earliest ages. So if you're not yet a volunteer at your school, I would reach out to your school. Our schools have school gardens, we have innovation labs, and we would love to have your support of our efforts by sharing your knowledge with our students.
And I'm just going to add one last thing, that if you are unsure of what innovation we do have in our district, to come to the innovation showcases and see what we have to offer, because starting with TK all the way to 12th grade, we have a wealth of innovation happening in Capistrano, and we would love to show that to you.
Just close with one thing, that I feel that this team and all the individuals that support our school sites have been very intentional about STEM and STEAM, and that we are really looking at the whole child's experience in Capistrano Unified. We're going from preschool through all the way to college, and we're very intentional in partnering with our partners such as Saddleback College to really make sure that we're giving kids opportunity to explore and then to experience. So I appreciate this work.
It really is incredible work. And like I said, it would take us probably days to go through all of it and to really help parents navigate, which is one of the reasons that we do this webinar. It's also why we have the showcases, so that parents and students can see it firsthand and answer a lot of questions, not just from the leadership at the district office who helps oversee it, but also from other students and from teachers who are actually doing this in our classrooms. So it's great work. As we get ready to answer questions, I would just remind you, in the Zoom panel, there's a Q&A section where you can add your questions. So please do so. In the meantime, while you are doing that, I do want to show you what the College and Career Advantage website looks like real quick, and then what our STEM website looks like. So you should be seeing right now the College and Career Advantage, the Career Technical Education website. Again, that's ccadvantage.org. As you scroll down, you can see resources, a directory for teachers, And then as you get down to the bottom, the fall high school courses 2019, this is actually the catalog that when you open it up, will take you to a PDF that you can scroll through that will give you the pathways. So for instance, Aliso Niguel High School, you take a look at this one and it will be able to show you all of the different pathways available to students in high school and what that looks like as they work from freshman to senior. And then also on our regular website, capousd.org, if you go there and you scroll down to the featured news section and you see Capo Innovation, if you click on that, it'll actually take you to our science, technology, engineering, and math, our STEM website. Information on, of course, today's webinar, the showcase is coming up, some news about the robotics team, and then our STEM partners. So this is a great place to start. If you have more questions, of course, we invite you to the showcase and you can ask those there or reach out to us via email later. As I said, though, you're welcome to add your questions actually to the panel that we have with us today.
Can I point out something on this page?
Sure.
I wanted to point out, if you can scroll up a little bit on the STEM page,
Yeah.
look at that. Oh, go back down. Look at that picture. Keep going down just a little bit more. Right there. Do you see that picture of that student who printed himself on the 3D printer? That's like my favorite picture. He had to use a 3D scanner to scan himself, and then he had to work it in SolidWorks and then print it out of himself. That is the coolest thing ever. I just wanted to point that out.
Okay, I'm going to stop sharing now. And
I'd also point out that sometimes our students that are on the pathway to a four-year college need that exposure to actual hands-on technical work. And through your CCA classes, they actually get access to SolidWorks. They get access to high technical programs that just launches them beautifully into their four-year college because they're going to need to be able to do that as soon as they walk on the campus and start those classes. They can't necessarily learn those skills. They will, but it would behoove them if they had that before they even went. So it's really a great exposure.
that is actually a great segue. We did receive some questions ahead of time, so I'll start with those, but a great segue to talking about college. Do after-school CTE classes count towards high school graduation?
So yes, after school CTE courses earn high school graduation credit, just like the daytime courses. And if they are articulated or UC A through G approved, then they also earn those extra GPA bumps, college credit, or whatever is assigned to those after school classes.
Okay, and Patty, while we have you here, there's a few more that came in specifically about CTE. Do students have to take 3 classes to complete a pathway?
No, the requirement from the state is that a student complete 300 hours in the same pathway. So if they take, we've divided classes up into an introductory, a concentrator, and a capstone class. We try to do most of our introductory courses in the middle school. And then in high school, they can do their concentrator and their capstone classes. And so it would really only be 2 years of classes to complete a concentrator and a capstone, 180 each class. So they're over the 300-hour requirement.
Okay, and I guess that begs a question too. If parents or families or students have questions about this, who should they ask at the school sites? Are there people there that would help?
Yes, so all of the academic advisors have been trained on the CTE programs. They have access to all of our information and materials, and they can also contact our office because we have some experts in our office who work directly with them and answer questions as well.
Okay. Are the CTE classes for are there CTE classes for middle school students?
Yes. So we have about 5 or 6 classes at each middle school, And those classes, in addition to that investigation lab, we have some forensics, we have some biotech, we have a lot of robotics and a lot of videography type classes in the middle schools. They all count as introductory classes in the pathways. So students are earning pathway credit even in middle school.
How does my son or daughter get the college credit they've earned on a transcript?
So if the class is articulated with Saddleback College, we are piloting a program called CATMA, Career and Technical Education Management Application. And CATMA allows students to get the college credit on their transcript immediately while they're in high school. So they don't have to go over to the community college to get their transcript. They can print it out through Access with CATMA. So students are given an account code and everything, and they can just print out their transcript. If it's not with Saddleback College, we do articulate with other colleges, and at this time they are not using the CATMA software. So in that case, a student will have to make an appointment with their counselor at the college and then take their high school transcript with them, and they can pick up a transcript from that college that will show their college credit.
Okay. And how do you register for CTE classes?
So high school students can register through their academic advisor, and we also have packets in their registration packet that are handed out that tell them about the CTE classes on their campus, and then they can go talk to their AA about registering just like they would for any other elective. And then we also have some adult classes in our community, and you can check our website for the information about how to register for those classes, or any registration information is also on our website.
And this is a great question. Does my son or daughter have to find their own business in which to intern?
No. So we have over 500 partnerships in every different industry sector. So we've already established internship sites. So your instructor will help you choose the internship site and assign your hours and everything while we work with our partners in those industry sites. So no, you do not have to find your own site. And because you're doing it through career technical education, your internship counts for high school credit. So it's not a voluntary program where you're not getting high school credit. In these programs, you are earning high school credit for those internship hours.
Okay, I just have 2 more questions right now on CTE, and then there's a couple questions on STEAM and STEM. So how do students in CTE classes get the honors bump for their GPA?
It's automatic if they earn, for the honors bump, it's automatic. Our data management people automatically apply it for the GPA bump. In the articulated classes, you have to earn an A or a B to get the articulation like college credit applied, and then that's automatic also.
Okay. And then one last one for CTE so far, unless someone puts one in. Can you do CTE classes for just one semester, or is it a year requirement? Is it offered over the summer? Okay. One of my students is interested in biomedical, and the other is interested in sports kinesiology.
Okay, so most of our classes are year long, and it depends on if they are articulated or UCA through G. If it's a UCA through G class, it's required to be a year long. We do have a few courses that are semester courses, and those are usually offered after school. So we do have options there. You don't have to take a year-long program. You can take an after-school program for a semester. You would not complete a pathway that way, but you would be able to complete a CTE course that way. As far as kinesiology and biomedical, we offer biotechnology at 3 high schools: Aliso Niguel High School, Dana Hills High School, and San Juan Hills High School. And those classes have a summer lab that is offered by IVC College, where the students take the summer lab for that IVC credit. And they also get college credit for the classes during the year. And then sports kinesiology is our sports med class, and we offer that at every high school. So every high school offers a sports med program.
Thank you, Patty. One more came in and it says, how do we find out what classes are offered at our middle school and how to enroll?
That's a really good question. I'll check our website to make sure that we're listing the middle school classes on each campus, because I don't know that we are right now. And mostly it's the academic advisor at the middle school that enrolls students in those middle school classes.
Thank you, Patty. And now moving over to STEAM and STEM. Parents says, I'm looking forward to learning about classes and clubs that inform students about opportunities in STEAM. I'm also looking for information and perspectives on majors and careers in STEM.
I can address that. Our newly adopted curriculum in elementary and middle school, so FOSS Science and STEM Scope Science, has a career component. That was part of a state requirement that all of the NGSS aligned curriculum include exposure to different careers. And that's really, really important. There are so many careers, like I always wanted to be a teacher, but there are so many different STEM careers that I am aware of now that I never knew about, and as a biology major. And we really try to share that with our students from a young age. We have several of our teachers who are next gen STEM leaders in using Skype a Scientist to expose even their youngest students to direct conversations with real world scientists. In terms of clubs, that really varies. At school sites, we have several elementary schools with robotics clubs after school. We have destination imagination clubs, which really get at the arts part of STEM, with improv teams, in addition to the engineering focused challenges. And then we have some schools with green teams, other schools with math teams. And then the middle and the high school levels, we have environmental clubs that work with elementary schools even. So I'm not sure from which school this or which grade level this question came, but I would suggest just starting at the school office and asking about the different clubs available.
So I'd also add to what Elisa shared, targeting our elementary. If this is more of a middle and high school question, then I would lead you to our Futurology College and Career Counseling. We have an amazing team of college and career counselors that could really help you unpack what your interests are, help you narrow down, what those courses are that you should be really looking at, help you thinking about what's the best school for those areas or those fields. They're phenomenal. So you just have to go to the district website. You could probably just search Futurology, or we'll get you the link, and you could schedule a one-on-one session with one of our college and career counselors to start some of those conversations. And then also, I think we want to reinforce what's offered at our showcase. I'm going to turn it over to Pat.
I just wanted to mention that we will have that panel of experts at our innovation showcases so that you can come and ask them questions about those careers. We're having people that are coming from all different industry sectors so they can give you some great advice. And in addition to that, I wanted to let you know about a special grant that we've received, that we will be purchasing a software called NEPRIS, which will allow all of our elementary schools and our middle schools to offer students the opportunity to Skype with an industry expert or go on virtual field trips. So that'll be implemented next fall.
So thank you all. Thank you for participating with us today. I want to say that, as Susan mentioned, Futurology will have a breakout session at the Innovation Showcases as well. So it'll be an opportunity for students and families to be there to have your questions answered, and then even to dialogue with them afterwards. So we can't stress enough how great the Innovation Showcases are, and that it is really a fantastic opportunity for you all to learn more about what we're doing with STEAM and STEM and how we're supporting our young people through the decisions of pathways and then getting into college and careers afterwards. So this concludes our Capistrano Unified webinar for today. We will send a copy of this out to all of the participants. We will also post this online and make it available for everyone. I want to thank you all again for joining us. I want to thank our panel. Fantastic information that really could take over an hour if we wanted it to. We look forward to seeing you at the upcoming Innovation Showcase events. And again, thank you for joining us today.